Hi, I'm Tom, and I wanted to introduce this series of workshops called Men in Church, A Place to Talk. This project started for me several years ago, as I realised there were men around me who seemed absolutely fine and then suddenly hit a crisis. It's like they'd been quietly falling apart and I never knew about it. And I started to wonder why, beyond what I felt was the often unsaid yet common assumption: men will be men. These men were maybe weak. They might have needed to try harder. Maybe men are just bad. And around the same time, we had our first son. And this really brought home to me how much I needed to explore, not just how I needed to bring up my boy, not what the common pitfalls are, but much more importantly, who I am as a man. What will I model each day to this little guy who just wants to be like me? And what do I carry around with me that will pass on to him? So I explored through books, through workshops, through therapy, through conversations with other men. And I realized just how many massive forces there were in our culture, ideals of what it is to be a man, said again and again, messages and training techniques we are taught almost implicitly from day one about how to be a man. Men don't cry, don't be a wuss, don't be weak. Feel the pain, but don't show it. You've got to be good enough, competent enough, self-reliant, able to fix things. It seemed like you need to justify your place here. Man up, toughen up. You've got to be able to fight for yourself. Think James Bond, Indiana Jones, Bourne, Iron Man, Captain Kirk, John Wayne, the people we looked up to when we were young and thought, yes, you're the man I want to be like. Yeah, cultural shifts mean the ideal man might be more emotionally available, able to listen, able to cry, perhaps do more jobs at home, but many men who I really believe were made to be connected, made to make a difference in the world, made to reflect the relational God we know about. These men still live, we men still live with the message that we must cut ourselves off from what's really going on for us. And so in the process, cut ourselves off from others and the world so that we're tough, self-reliant and competent. And it's obvious how destructive this can be. This is why many men living lives of what one person has said, described as quiet desperation. It's clear how men end up down dead ends of sudden relational breakdowns, addictions, depression, contemplating, if not attempting, suicide. And what I realized was that although I've been in churches my entire life, although I knew and I loved the gospel, I held on to the same messages. I remember the action figures I secretly adored. I remember the locker room banter I had to find my place in. I remember falling in pain and biting my lip. And it was probably only the way my life had just worked out that meant I hadn't gone down the same dead ends. So, Men in Church, A Place to Talk is a space where we try to make a different culture, where men can feel safe to get in touch with themselves and share it with others. There'll be workshops every other week where I'll share a bit about what I've learned and what I'm learning, and give opportunities to reflect on our own experience and share it with others so we can listen and learn from each other. And then every other week, there'll be group drop-ins that are fully dedicated to giving you a safe, contracted, confidential space to share what's going on for you and hear others share what's going on for them. Because I really believe that knowledge is power, and what we don't share is often what trips us up. Exploring at this level of honesty with other men is something we all need in our lives, I think. More than this, I believe it's crucial if we're going to safeguard ourselves, our relationships, and our children, and perhaps even our churches. So the first workshop is on Saturday, the 2nd of October, and it's free. So it's a great opportunity for you to suss this out, see if it's something you need, come along, try it. You can book your ticket using the Eventbrite link. You can send me a message if you've got any questions or queries you want answering first. I really hope to see you there.